Welcome to this edition of Psychic Tips, Tricks, and How-Tos, where it's all about helping you unlock your psychic potential. The topic of today's Vlogcast is about learning to discern if it's your intuition or your imagination. My name is Dar Payment, and I'm a professional psychic medium and channel who is passionate about sharing with you how to accelerate your psychic abilities. So today's question comes from Kelly from San Diego, California, and she asks, how do I know if I'm having an intuitive moment or if it's my imagination speaking to me? And that's a great question because many of us wonder, hey, is this my imagination or is this really my intuition coming into play here? The thing is, your intuition is always trying to protect you. This means that learning how to spot an intuitive moment is an important skill for learning how to navigate through life with conscious clarity. But in order to receive clear guidance, you need to know how to tune into and capture the information that's trying to come through. Well, how do you do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is to learn to pay attention to your inner knowing. So here's a question. How often have you received a signal from the universe to either do or not do something, yet, for one reason or another, you didn't listen and follow through? What happened? Right? Let me share with you a story. Several years ago, I was shopping in the women's clothing section of a well-known department store. As I was browsing, a boy about maybe 6 years of age literally ran into me. Now, he was playing chase with his older brother, and he didn't see me. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if he ran into the display mannequins and knocked them over? And I just had this quick, simple thought as I made my way through the lingerie department. Here's the thing. Not even 5 minutes later, I heard a loud crashing noise and a wailing scream. Guess what happened? You don't have to be psychic here either to answer that. The boy ran smack into a group of mannequins that I was only minutes ago thinking about. You know, your intuition will often give you hits through seemingly fleeting thoughts. And more often, these fleeting thoughts emerge as random questions. So what about you? Have you ever seemingly had a random question pop into your head, such as, wouldn't it be funny if X happened, and then within minutes it did? And then you're wondering, why didn't I follow my intuition? So how do you spot these what I call an intuitive moment in order to determine if it's your imagination or not? Well, here are 5 questions that can literally save your life. And it's really something to just keep at the top of your mind for when they pop up. You can delve in further to see if these questions are helping you move towards or away from either something good or something bad. So what I want to do is share with you some really sage advice on how to capture those intuitive moments. And this, what I'm going to share with you, comes from the best-selling author and life coach Helen Leathers. And she has 5 really big red flags that could mean that your intuition is trying to tell you something or to warn you. So if you randomly or spontaneously, without ever thinking, wonder or say out loud these 5 things, such as, number 1, wouldn't it be funny if? The second one is, can you imagine what would happen if? The third one, what if? The fourth one, wouldn't it be weird if? And the 5th one, if X happens now, it would either be bad / great / disastrous, or it would be the end. If those pop up for you, then for goodness sakes, listen, tune in, and do something about it. You just don't know the difference it could make. In the instance with the kids, because the kid got hurt, it wasn't very funny. My question, right? What could I have done? I could have said nicely to the kid, hey, might be a good idea for you not to run around. Or maybe I could have found a store clerk. Hey, it's dangerous for these kids to run around. Somebody might get hurt. The thing is, your intuition can save your life if you learn to tune into it. It's been a wet and rainy winter here where I live in Southern California. And 2 days ago, from the time that I'm sharing this with you, my husband shared with me that on his daily commute to work, that he had a strong urge to get off the highway one exit earlier. And what he found out later is that a semi-truck was moving faster than what was safe for the wet roads. And he said the thought popped into his head, what if that truck jackknifed? It would create a huge pileup and I would be late to work. And since that truck plowed before him, he just got off the freeway. And that's when he arrived at work. He said it was only minutes later he exited turned off to the highway. He found out through the news that semi-truck jackknifed, causing a huge pileup. So the next time any of the above questions pop up for you, honor them by taking a bit of time to notice them. Because learning how to spot an intuitive moment in this way can become one of your biggest allies in your intuitive toolbox. If you enjoyed this vlogcast, like and subscribe, and I'll make sure to give you more tools, tips, tricks, and how-tos to help you live the psychic life. And if you have a question you'd like to ask, please feel free to do so in the comments, and maybe we'll use that as our next tools, tip, or trick. This is Dar Payment wishing you blessings, love, and light.